Hi there, I'm Lee Lesek, the founder of LML Music, and I am thrilled to welcome you to our very first ever live Q&A. Tonight, or this morning, depending on where in the world you're tuning in from, we've got Tony Award-winning actress Lea Salonga on hand to answer 10 questions that you've submitted via Twitter. Now, if you submitted a question via Twitter, take a second and make sure that you are following LML Music. This way we can direct message with you and get your address to send you your prize really quickly. And even if you're not submitting a question, follow us anyway, and we can keep you up to date on new releases, concerts, contests, etc. So we're thrilled you're here, and now I'm going to turn it over to Lea in New York.
And 3, 2, 1. Hi, everybody. This is Lea Salonga, and I'm actually here at the Baryshnikov Arts Center. We just finished our workshop of Allegiance, and we're all still kind of hanging around here in the theater. I'm still in makeup and my 1940s curls, just kind of, I guess, just sort of bathing in how everything went and how much I'm going to miss all these people that have been doing this with me. But there's also something else that's also pretty exciting going on in my life. It's called The Journey So Far. It's released under LML Records. This copy isn't signed. There we go. That's better. It was reflecting because you've got a shiny cover. This copy isn't signed yet, but it will be, and a bunch of you are getting this for asking your questions. Thank you very much for following me on Twitter and for following LML Music. And since a bunch of you sent so many wonderful, amazing questions, let's get right to it. I don't want to waste anybody's time. I know, it's Friday. Okay, let's start with a question from La Ilonga Guapa, which is also like my mom because she's from that region. What do you see yourself doing when you decide to retire from all of this? I am not planning to retire from all of this. I feel that this is my designation. I feel that this is what I'm meant to do with my life. And, it's what makes me feel happy and most fulfilled. So I'm not planning to retire. I think I'm one of those people that would like to die on stage if that was possible. I mean, chances are that's not going to happen, but I know one or two people to whom that has happened, and well, maybe if I'm lucky, that'll happen also to me. The next question is coming from Shalafe? Well, from a girl named Nikki. I don't exactly know how to pronounce your surname, but anyway. Will you consider doing another musical here in the Philippines? The musical theater stage misses you. Oh, that is so sweet. Always. I'm always getting the question from friends of mine who are part of production companies in Manila asking if I'm interested in doing such and such musical. I mean, would you like to play this role? Blah, blah, blah. If you are, please let me know quickly. And the thing is, my schedule gets filled up really fast, and I need to allow myself 4 to 5 weeks of rehearsal time, and then there's tech, and then there's costume fittings, and then maybe at least a 5 or 6 week run. So it gets a little involved, and it takes up a lot of time. So it's just it's just one of those things that if I'm able to devote a certain amount of time for a certain project in the Philippines, then I definitely would like to do another musical at home. I mean, I've really missed it too. So it's not just you. Next is from Yuan Reyes, Johnson Reyes. Hi, Johnson. Hi, Miss Leo. What's one significant project you've done and would love to do over and over again? Oh my goodness. Probably, I think it would have to be Les Mis. It's the one musical where I've been able to play two really fantastic roles. I never tire of the music. I actually enjoy watching the show as much as being in it. I cry with every weepy scene, so that isn't anything of a surprise. So yeah, I think that's the one project I would definitely consider doing again. And again and again and again. Okay, Cedric Francisco. If you could be a star athlete in any sport, which sport would you pick? There's two. Because I'm a fan of the Yankees, I would love to be Derek Jeter for the New York Yankees. He's their captain, and he's awesome. And I think I've liked him ever since he started playing with the Yankees and those pinstripes. And I know that I married a man out of California and they're big Dodgers fans and everything, but I'm sorry, my heart belongs with the New York Yankees. Um, and the other one, I think that I would be Michelle Kwan, figure skater, because she isn't. It's not just about the athletics. It's about grace and beauty and musical interpretation, and there's so much of that as a performer I gain inspiration from. And she's also my friend on Facebook. Anyway, Charlotte Huang at Charlotte Prof. Leia, is there any way you can release the full version of Reflection for us fans? You'll be happy to know it's in here. So that's it. That's the answer for that. RML Mercado, Rena Mercado, which do you prefer? Doing concerts or doing musicals? Okay. The thing is, it's this. When I'm doing a musical, I kind of have my heart going, you know what, I really want to do a concert. When I'm doing a concert, then I'm like, I really want to do a musical right now. So I think it depends. Whatever I'm doing, I want to do the other thing. And I think it's kind of a wanderlust, don't like getting bored, kind of, you know. So yeah. So my answer would be whatever I'm doing, I want to do the other thing. Okay, from Stay Janelle. Hi, Miss Leia. Kailan po kayo concert sa ATC? Lagi ko po kayo na-assist sa store namin sa True Value. Hi, Janelle. I think that there is going to be one sa August. So baybayan nyo na lang. I'm sure you're going to get announcements at ATC very, very soon. From My Sweet Cup of Tea, from Diane Louise. Have you ever considered writing a book or a memoir? I think it'd be awesome because you're an amazing columnist and blogger. Well, thanks, Diana Louise. That's really great feedback. Maybe much later when I feel like I've lived a little bit more life to pack into a memoir. I just don't feel like I've really sucked as much out of it as I possibly could. And I think once I feel that I'm ready, that I have a contribution as far as putting a book out, then maybe I'll put a memoir out. But I'm thinking of other things too, to put down in writing. That has nothing to do with my life, or at least the more intimate aspects of it. Okay, from I am Denz S, or Dennis. Hi, Dennis. How do you keep your voice in shape? Thanks. I try to warm up before performance. I'm not always able to do that if I have a full rehearsal schedule. But if I happen to be singing every day, usually my voice kind of just clicks into where it needs to be. I try not to drink too much cold stuff, so no milkshakes, no iced tea, no iced sodas or anything that comes straight out of a cooler and is really, really cold. Kind of not my thing. I try not to eat dairy right before I have to sing because everything just kind of gets mucousy and clogged and gets very frustrating to try and clear up. I try to limit my caffeine, although I do love coffee. I drink a ton of water before a performance, during a performance, and even afterwards. Kind of like when you're an athlete, it's kind of the same thing. And I try not to talk too much. Okay, from Green Pantsuits, and I really don't know how to pronounce your first name. I'm sorry. If you didn't choose singing and acting as your career, what would be your other options? Well, I was a pre-med student, so maybe I would have done that. However, I don't know. Maybe I would have continued in communications or psychology, something that kind of has to do with this business without necessarily being an actor or a singer. I usually go to private tuition for all that anyway. But yeah, I think I would always have something to do with this business because I love it so much. Whether as a coach or as a mentor, that kind of thing. I would love to continue doing more of that. I've kind of had a taste many years ago. And I think that is. I will ask our friend Chris. Is that our last one? I think that is.
Yeah, maybe take a little minute to
and
talk
I think
about
that is
allegiance.
Okay. Well, at the beginning of this, I spoke about Allegiance, and it is a musical that is currently in development. We just did a workshop, which kind of means we're in a black box theater. We have really, really basic set pieces and some sliders which serve as walls or windows or office dividers, and it serves to to different things in the show. We have a few rudimentary props, not a lot of costume changes, a little bit of makeup, some hair. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a lot of fun. We get to work the material over a period of 4 weeks, which means that from the very first day of rehearsal, and then 4 weeks into rehearsal, things change so much that, the very first day, that script that we were all given, it's unrecognizable now. And I mean that in a good way. It's gone through an amazing transformation. It's gone through, a lot of rewriting, a lot of rethinking, and, different lyrics and rhymes getting thrown out, and moments that are just become so more emotionally invested. And I have friends that have come to, versions, previous readings, and then to this one now, and they're like, oh my gosh, we can see just how invested everyone is in the show, and we can see just how much it's changed, and it's so strong. It's got a really good story, which means that we've all been on the right track. So it makes me feel incredibly, incredibly proud to be a part of this. Well, I think that is all. So one more time, a whole bunch of you are going to get signed copies of my newest album with LML Music called The Journey. So far, it was an awesome experience for, singing at the Cafe Carlisle, and having it on CD now is makes it doubly awesome for me. So thank you all again for asking your questions, and I hope to see you at one of my live performances or album signings or whatever, and I hope to meet you guys in person. Take care, blessings, and bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Leah, and thank all of you for tuning in. Now remember, if your question was answered, you must be following at LML Music on Twitter so that we can send you your signed CD right away. And if you didn't win this time, stay tuned because we've got lots of great giveaways coming up, plus many new releases this August. In addition to Leah Salanga's new CD, we've got recordings from Tom Wopat, David Burnham, Tom Michael, Jim Van Slyke, and yours truly, Lee Lessac. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.